And welcome back to Lycan Studios. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I just wanted to keep this intro short and sweet. My mom's stepdad passed away a couple days ago, so it's been kind of tough on the family. I wasn't really that close with him, but like I said, it's just been really tough on the family, so I haven't really been making videos. But hopefully, starting this week, I will be getting back into the full force swing of things. I do want to go ahead and, however, give the channel shout out of the day. So today we have Selt for Life. Congratulations, man. I wanted to say I really appreciate it. You've been commenting on like my last 20-some videos. I just wanted to say you are the man. Everybody say thank you so much, Selt for Life. You're the best. And last but not least, I just wanted to say, make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do enjoy these videos. I have a ton of spoilers for you guys today coming straight from Watchers on the Wall, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Also, definitely check the timestamps in the description below. It'll probably be at the bottom of the description, but that way you can navigate throughout the video a little bit easier. Oh shit, I forgot to mention, thank you guys so much for 8,000 subscribers. That's absolutely insane. As soon as we hit 10,000, we will be giving away a lot of stuff. So hopefully you guys are pumped up for that. But anyways, without further ado, let's jump into these spoilers. Alright, so the first article is a little old, but I'm sure some of you guys haven't heard about it, but I'm sure most of you probably have. So it looks like we will be returning to the Dragon Pit very soon. I talked about it in one of the last videos that they will be making a return here, but now it looks like they actually have some dates. It looks like they've already started closing off part of the amphitheater, that way they can prepare for the Game of Thrones filming later this month. It says that the Spanish subcontractor is already on site making the amphitheater look like the Dragon Pit, as they did for the Season 7 finale. And then it goes on to say that regarding the actual shooting dates, we know that the archaeological site will be completely inaccessible for visitors from May 3rd to the 18th. Now that doesn't mean that the cast will begin shooting immediately, as the crew usually closes off a location a few days before filming, but still the filming should begin in the first half of the month, running for 2 weeks at most. What's really cool is it says, furthermore, if the last shoot there is any indication, the cast may appear in Sevilla before that. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, revealing which characters will be involved with the Dragon Pit this time. Now that would be absolutely insane if we could get a good idea of which characters would be at the Dragon's Pit for Season 8. It probably would just make us ask more questions than it would really answer, but we may be able to tell if it's going to be like a wedding or an execution or what. If it ends up being just like Jon and Daenerys and we don't really see Lena Headey or Cersei there, it could be a wedding, but if we do see her there, it's going to be crazy. So I want to know, what do you guys think is actually going to go down at the Dragon's Pit in Season 8? Definitely leave a comment with your answer. So next up, we have an article talking about some more casting news. It says there is a young actress cast in a big Season 8 episode. So we're just going to go ahead and read this one straight from the article. It says, as we can see in her agency's site, the young actress cast in Season 8 is Bronte Carmichael. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her name. It says that alone is not much with which to speculate, though that is a stupendous name, but we know a bit more than that. The character's name is Martha, which is a common enough name, common enough perhaps for one of the small folk. Most intriguing is the director attached to Carmichael's role, Miguel Sapochnik, the man responsible for The Gift, Hard Home, Battle of the Bastards, and The Winds of Winter. Few veteran Game of Thrones directors can compete with his track record. That's probably why, for this 6-part season, Sapochnik is the one directing the 3rd and 5th episodes, which we have reasons to believe are the ones with the season's 2 greatest battle sequences. And then it says, though Bronte's role may be small, she is not an extra, but a featured character played by an accomplished child actor. So if I were to guess, judging by her resume, her character's name, and who is directing her, I'd say this Martha character will be one of the many small folk who find themselves in danger during the White Walker invasion. It then goes on to say that she may have actually already filmed her part back in November. It says that previously, a part was said to be a very nice standout part for a strong-minded young girl with a fighting spirit. It may be Carmichael's role, and then it basically says that it was filmed back in November. They revealed it back in September, stating that they needed a northern girl character around the age of 8, possibly played by an actress as old as 10. Northern accented, straight talking, dauntless, honorable, fearless, and from a family of soldiers. It sounds to me like there's definitely a good chance that this is her. Definitely let me know what you guys think her role is going to be. Even though it may be small, it seems like it's going to be very important, and I feel really happy for this little girl. She could definitely take her career and run with it after a role like this. So next up, we have some really small news, but something really awesome. Game of Thrones Season 1 is actually coming to 4K Ultra HD disc format this summer. It looks like it's going to come with every bit of bonus information or bonus features that the Blu-ray has, but it's going to be in the 4K quality. I honestly cannot wait because I do have a 4K TV and the resolution is just crazy. I can't wait to watch it. It looks like, from what I'm reading, that they will be available on June 5th. So it doesn't really talk about the price as of right now, but I would say it's going to be a little bit more on the expensive side. So the next article we have to talk about is something very, very interesting. It looks like Seige Engines have actually been deployed on the Mag Hermorn set for Game of Thrones Season 8. Now previously, they have been testing them at the Titanic Studio set, which I'll show a video of right now. So as you can tell, it's obviously like a catapult, so what's interesting is how they're going to use it in the battle at Winterfell. As the name suggests, usually they're used to break down city walls and stuff like that, so it looks like they may just be launching stuff at the Army of the Dead. So of course we do have a picture of it on the green screen set, but we also have a video. I'm probably just going to play it while I talk because I don't think a lot is really going down in the video. While you guys are watching it, I'll go ahead and read the rest of the article. It says, as it's been the case every single time at Mag Harumorn, this was a night shoot. That doesn't necessarily mean that the scene is set at night. Using only artificial light means total control to achieve any ambience, such as deep winter, whether it is for day or night. But in this case, the lighting was low, so it was meant to be night, just as it was during the Money Glass battle sequence. These shots likely belong to. Sadly, the lack of light is also why we can't tell much from the video, except that the catapult is lit. As we speculated from the start, this all green screen set, except for the snowy ground, is being used for discrete action elements deemed to be unfilmable at a real location. Tonight is a great example. The Unsullied's catapult, presumably it's theirs, will likely be digitally replicated and included into more involved shots of a battle sequence. And then it says kind of what I was talking about, though as a siege engine, catapults are usually used for sieging. They can also be turned against the enemy knocking at the gates, which is what I would imagine is happening here, if I had to guess. Now, can you think of anyone who is particularly susceptible to fire? Oh, no magically enthralled Army of the Dead comes to mind? Pity. So it kind of looks like they're going to be launching things at the Army of the Dead that are probably lit on fire. Makes sense. Just the fact that these scenes are being shot on a green screen means that it's probably going to be pretty crazy, and like they did say, they can replicate them, so there may be a bunch of them. It's going to be awesome. So next up we have another instrument of war. We're going to be talking about the new and improved Scorpions, which are going to be used to try to shoot down the dragons. So I'm sure most of you guys remember when Bronn almost managed to kill Drogon with Qyburn's Scorpion, the giant crossbow-like weapon pictured right now. So obviously Bronn did not manage to kill Drogon, which may have been reported back to Qyburn, who in return improved the Scorpion. And of course, Qyburn's thoughts were, the bigger, the better. As we can tell in this little video, these things are absolutely massive now. I'll also be putting up a picture of a side-by-side comparison from the old one to the new one. Another interesting thing that the article mentions is that these changes could also just be due to the fact that the version we knew was portable, while this one will be affixed on King's Landing's walls. 3 of them, in fact, will be. So of course, you know what that means. Dragons will 1000% be making it to King's Landing. What's going on at the time? I'm not too sure. Is it going to be a sack on King's Landing for Cersei, or is it actually going to be them preparing for Viserion? I just don't know, man. It's killing me. So last but not least, we have an article talking about the longest ever filmed battle on Game of Thrones, and possibly even for TV. I'm going to go ahead and read the intro statement. It says, battles are infamously difficult to film. Actors have to learn and repeatedly execute insanely complex choreography. Hundreds of extras have to be managed, and horses, they don't really care about your schedule. So, battles take a long time. The greatest ones yet, the Battle of the Bastards and the Loot Train Ambush, each swallowed about a month of precious production time. If you understand that that's a lot, you'll probably be impressed when you learn that the battle shoot we've been following since January has now wrapped up after 55 consecutive nights. It then says, the largest battle sequence ever in Game of Thrones has finally come to a close, after months of night shoots at the Money Glass set and Tomb and the Mag Harumorn green screen set. The multi-purpose Mag Harumorn set may be used for other scenes, but this latest battle at Winterfell is over, though we won't get to see it for another year. Sad face. And then it says, like in the previous years, when such a crazy shoot is over, the producers celebrate the occasion in some way, and we know this time was no different, as much of the crew went on social media to share a thank you note by the producer types. I'll go ahead and put a picture of it on the screen now. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed pretty good when I read the sheep shit of Tomb. That was pretty funny. The crazy part says 55 consecutive nights, 11 weeks, 3 locations. You'll never again see anything like it. What is the third location? They basically say in the article that it could be Saintfield, but they pretty much do not know. There's definitely an interesting piece at the end of the article talking about kind of like what I was bringing up before. It says that these 2.5 months of shooting more than double the previous record for a Game of Thrones battle shoot, which likely already was a TV record as well. Unless the upcoming King's Landing shoot dethrones it, which seems unlikely, this Battle of Winterfell will be the biggest, most expensive action scene we've ever seen on TV. Of course, shooting time doesn't necessarily translate to screen time, so this may or may not be the longest battle in the show, but it will be certainly the most elaborate. But anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up what I have to talk about. It seems like in the next couple months, we should be learning a little bit more about the Dragon Pit and hopefully the battle at King's Landing. I absolutely cannot wait. Definitely let me know what you guys think about all this new information in the comments below. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. It really helps out a lot, and we'll see you guys in that next video. This has been Lycan Studios. Peace.